Yo, what's going on, man? Another episode, Real Conversation Podcast, man. Let's get it. Black History Month. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all platforms from your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find us on all audio platforms for podcasts from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Anchor app, Spotify for podcasts, and everywhere else, man. I'd like to welcome y'all to a special edition celebrating Black History Month 2024. It's the Black History Month edition. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everything going on. See, I got the Malcolm X on. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it like that. I'm just gonna speak on a few topics. I'm gonna go straight in. I'm gonna just talk about where we come from, where we at today, and how we can make our community better towards the future. So I think this will be a good episode. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Real Conversations Podcast Network on YouTube. Official Real Conversations Pod, IG on Instagram, Real Conversations Podcast on Facebook. Check us out. Check us out. Tune in, tap in every week. We come with some new clips running all through the week. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate your engagement. With that being said, let's get right into it, man. Black History Month 2024. We here again. You know, we got the shortest month, but it is what it is. We ain't gonna complain. It is what it is. We're gonna be grateful, gonna be thankful for everything we do have because we worked so hard to get to this point. From some of our ancestors coming from the slave ship from Africa, being forced here to work for free, pick cotton for so many years, generations after generation, from people bloodlines being Aboriginal. Some of us are Native American bloodlines, so some of us was here before the slave trade happened. That's the research they don't teach us, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do y'all research how y'all please. I'm just giving y'all some insight like I always do. So, like I said, we want to always just thank our ancestors for coming so far, our great great grandparents, our grandparents, our great grandparents, everything they had to endure from white only bathrooms, white only uh, water fountains. And it's just been a long journey. It's been a long, hard journey. Sitting in the back of the bus, sitting in the back of the restaurant, um, outhouses, couldn't use the bathrooms in the master's house. You know, had to work with the scraps we was given, like chitlins, things we still eat. Some of us still eat to this day. And butt breaking, demasculating of a black man, uh, our woman ancestors going through so much, getting their babies taken at birth, getting their babies uh, killed. A lot of things happen, man. A lot of things happen. A lot of trauma and a lot of PTSD from then to now that we still carry on. A lot of small mindsets still to this day, even though we have overcame so many obstacles and we still here today. A lot of people still have that slave mentality, which I feel like is one of our downfalls because we came so far. We gotta keep going so far. We can't really dwell on a lot of past situations. We can only learn and build from those situations and keep it moving, so to speak. So like I want to say that. I want to say that to say uh, we in this together. We all we got, and we got to quit the crabs in the barrel mentality and learn to build each other up and learn to take constructive criticism and just build and grow and strive for better. You know what I'm saying? We came from cotton fields to where we at now. And with that being said, it's still an uphill battle. We still not where we need to be as far as the wealth gap, as far as uh, some can say we still are 300 years behind as far as the wealth gap goes. And if you don't know what the wealth gap deficit is, do your research on the wealth gap from us being in slavery to the ones that we made rich. They kept all that wealth and we never got that wealth. So we had to start from scratch. We were segregated, then we became integrated. Slowly but surely, you know, and things of that nature from redlining to even couldn't not able to get in certain places if you were darker than a brown paper bag. Y'all don't know the brown paper bag effect. Y'all need to look that up. The brown paper bag deal, where some instances, if you were darker than the brown paper bag, you had to go in a separate room. But if you were lighter or same complexion, you can go in a room with AC or something like that. More benefits, more privileges, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when the slave master had babies by a slave. If they were light skinned, they could be quote unquote a house nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give it straight up to y'all, which would make the field niggas jealous of the house niggas. So that created a long life, life, lifelong prejudice within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, it's dark skins versus light skins. You know, that's that type of stupidity, that type of ignorance, and that type of jealousy within our own communities. That type of stuff has to stop. You know, it's petty. You know what I'm saying? We all in this together, whether you're light skin, dark skin, brown skin. We all melanated. We all need to realize our powers and our strengths and conquer our weaknesses and stay focused on the main goal, which is still generational wealth, which is still building things of our own. No need for validations and acceptance. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. Like it's so many things we done came far from the our great ancestors, our Malcolm X, our Martin Luther Kings, the risks they took, the things they went without just to fight the battle, the greater the battle for greater good for all of us to have equality. And some people feel like it's still no equality for us, and some people still feel we get treated certain ways, and we still have racism in this country more than ever. But at the same time, we have more privileges, because some people feel like we were bigger and better and more financially stable when we were segregated. You had the Black Wall Streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which got bombed down. Do your research on Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that got actually bombed down. Bombs from the sky actually took out the whole block or the whole neighborhood of the Black Wall Street. But at that time, we had our own stores, we had our own restaurants, we had our own ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? That means the black dollar stayed in the black community and it didn't leave. But nowadays, people are saying the black dollar don't stay in the community for more than 5 minutes. You know, that's a major impact on us, and that's a major turn economically for us. And I also want to speak on group economics and the importance of supporting black owned businesses and things of that nature because every dollar counts and all proceeds go to a fair cause. So some people feel like they don't want to shop with their own because it's not the quality of the commercial the commercialized brand or the other race brand. That that could be true in some instances, and that could be something that's holding us back as well. We don't shop with each other. We look down upon our own businesses, and we feel like our business is not good enough for our dollar, and we rather go to where the grass is greener, quote unquote. But we need to just realize that nobody gonna help us but us. Nobody gonna save us but us. We all we got. And that's just the bottom line. That's just the dead honest truth. We got to look out for each other because nobody gonna look out for us. And how it's looking now, I'm sorry to say this to all descendants or people from immigrants and things of that nature, because immigration is playing a major toll. Like in Chicago, I seen that they giving $9,000 vouchers to immigrants for housing, cars, start businesses, all that type of stuff. But at the same time, we still fighting for reparations. That should just tell you where we at in this economy and this standing on a worldly scale. And it's just like we came so far, but it's still such a uphill battle to go. It's not over by a long slide. It's not over by a long slide. Like every other culture and race pretty much have their own communities, from Chinatown to um, Hispanics have their own Spanish Harlem. I can go on and on. Greeks, you know, we just now getting Juneteenth on a federal national scale holiday. It's 2024 when we get that law passed, and like a couple of years ago. And at the same time, is some people take that like a slap in the face because they feel like all proceeds going back to the government, so it's not really benefiting us. Um, Either way, it's just like you know, so to speak, a kind gesture. But give or take, we just got to look at a lot of things for what it is, and we got to stop being so naive, and we got to stop being so critical on people that's trying to break out of the system and trying to quote unquote be free, man. Because we still fighting, man. We still, I wouldn't say we fighting the same battles as our ancestors because we have came a long way. But correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all can go in the comments and comment this. But in the Constitution, I don't know if this changed or not. Is it the 17th Amendment or the 13th? Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on this, but one of those amendments, they still have us as 3/5 of a man. The black man. The original. They still got us as 3/5 as at 3/5 of a man. So they don't even look at us as a full. You know what I'm saying? A full human being. You know. I don't know if that's changed. Like, don't get me wrong, but we all know this. The prison system is the new slavery. Once you're in the prison system, all your rights and all that is out the window, and they pretty much own you, and they can work you for pennies on the dollar while they making billions of dollars that you just being incarcerated, or them just housing you while you incarcerated. They making millions, billions, trillions of dollars in the private prison system. Wow, you make pennies on the dollar, but we can say the same thing for the corporate world. These businesses are making trillions of dollars off our backs, giving us chump change. People barely survive, but it is what it is. I had to just get that out. I would love to hear y'all opinions about everything I just covered. But we're gonna move on to the future and what we dealing with right now. We're not in chains and shackles, and we're not getting whipped over our backs. We're not picking cotton in the plantation, in the slave houses. But it's a lot of things we going through mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? We still in competition with each other. We still putting a brother man down for the other man. We still killing each other. Well, I'll say we are now killing each other and taking each other out and pretty much genocide on our whole race, wiping out each other over nonsense, over pettiness that could have been resolved with just, you know, conversation. And we celebrating with death music. It's no more really love music, no more Al Greens, there's no more people that actually spoke to the people, for the people, of the people, and what's actually going on. Like the representation we have, it's just like it's a lot of foolery, it's a lot of coonery, and it's a lot of downfalls. The black woman overly sexualized, and y'all can say whatever, whatever, but the facts, the proof is in the pudding. I ain't just making this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the black woman over sexualized, which leads to the youth being over sexualized, growing up too fast, and things like that. And I ain't judging. I ain't pointing no fingers, but I'm just saying we have to realize what's going on. It's all the agenda to keep us where we at, to keep us unaware, keep us distracted from what's really going on, and have our focus on nonsense. We not building, we not team building, we don't trust each other. Um, we don't want to spend money with each other. It's just a lot. But this not all. This just was going on with like over half of us. It's some of us that still following the mission, some of us that want to build, and some of us that want our communities better, that um want to see better for the youth, but at the same time, the majority, that's what I'm saying, the majority of us as a minority, the majority of us in America are lost. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. I ain't saying I got all the answers, but I'm just observing and giving y'all what's really going on. Y'all can disagree, y'all can agree. I just gotta get my point across and tell y'all how I feel personally. But like I said, man, it's a lot of things going on with us eternally, and a lot of things come from the past that's still going on today. You know, the food we eat, the programming we watch on a daily basis, music, uh, just how we are depicted in this culture, in this country, and on a worldwide scale. It's almost degrading. It's almost frustrating to an extent because it's like, where do we go from here? We've been through so much already. I mean, our ancestors been through so much, getting hosed down, protesting, Black Panther movement, so many things we created, so many inventors, so many innovators, Madam C.J. Walker, um, so many products we created, so many inventions, the iron board, the stop sign, the stoplight. There's so many things that we invented that we not even we don't even we not even passing down these facts. A lot of the youth don't know this, and I feel like it's all to keep us dependent on others. Besides ourselves. You know, we really don't have nothing of our own. We don't have our own banks. We don't have our own schools. We don't have our own hospitals. Those three things are major in the community. Um, we don't have our own police, police departments. Like, we have to depend on another culture outside of us, another demographic for food, for water, for pretty much everything we need, the necessities of life. And as long as we keep doing that, we always gonna be getting control. That's what it is. We don't break free from what's going on. We always will be in this position. That's just how I feel. I hate to sound harsh. I hate to sound like I'm not grateful for what my ancestors did and things like that. But I just gotta keep it all the way real. A lot of people be living in a false reality, false dreams, false hopes, false promises. You know, look, I hate to take it to a political level, but look how long we've been voting on the Democrats, um, on the Democrat side. We just gonna start there. Like, look how long we've been voting on the Democrat side, and to what did that get us? Like, I mean, what has that got us up to this day? Like, our school systems are still poor. Our communities are still struggling. Like, there's really no more moms and pops. There's no more family owned businesses. Everything being bought up and taken. And we getting the bitter end of the stick. Like, think about it. Go to any hood in America. You go to the gas station, who you gonna see? Well, you're saying no racist stuff. This is just pointing out the obvious. Who you gonna see at them gas stations selling you them blunts, that alcohol, uh, fast food, chips, all type of sugary substances. It's gonna be either Arab or a Caucasian man or Asian man. It's never gonna be us. Like that should just tell you what they think of us and how they feel, how they treat us. Like when you go in there, how do they treat you? Like let's just be honest. How do they treat you? They look at you like you gonna steal. They want you to hurry up and buy and get the hell out. They don't want you around. They don't want you outside. Like we gotta realize what's going on. We wearing all this designer clothes for what? Them people don't care about your kids. Them people don't care about your livelihood. And if you a dollar short, you gonna get the hell out. They're not gonna show you no love. Like let's just be real. Louis ain't gonna show you no love. Gucci ain't gonna show you no love. And I ain't saying I'm looking down on everybody because they got some hot shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they shit whack, none of that. But they don't support us like we think they support us. They don't want us wearing they shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But you know, we always gonna love designer because we just fly. You know, that's just how we rock it. You know, most people not gonna get that up. Most people not gonna be with the movement. Most people comfortable. They're not gonna be with the us or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be with the uplifting of our people. Like to for us to evolve and uplift and take it to a new plateau, we gotta cut out a lot of things that we love, quote unquote. Um, how can I put this? A lot of things that give us meaning or make us feel good about ourselves or make us feel value. That's what I'm trying to say. The things that make us feel valuable, quote unquote, and make us feel like we are somebody. Well, we already somebody. We got God's DNA. We melanated people. We God's people. We children of the sun. Like we the Alpha and Omega. Like when we gonna realize this? When we gonna realize they need us? We don't need them. You feel me? And like I'm not saying everybody quit their jobs because we all gotta support our families and pay our bills and things like that because you know we all gotta we all gotta work to where we going because we don't most of us don't come from wealth. So we have to create our wealth. But while we creating our wealth, why not invest in ourselves? Why not invest in your homeboy's t-shirt brand or invest in your homeboy's granny's fried chicken spot? You know what I'm saying? We gotta invest in us to further us. Like, cause we need capital to call shots. We need to get our own, to get our land and buy back what's ours, rightfully ours. We need capital. We always going to need a some type of currency available to do the things we want. That's just what it is in this world. But at the same time, we can move with integrity, dignity, respect for ourselves, respect for the next man, respect for the next man's family. Like a lot of these things shouldn't even be said. They should just be spiritually inclined within us because we are a people of kindness. You know, we've been manufactured. We've been programmed to be the way we are now, or thugs, gangsters, whatever you want to title, you know, the average young black man or young black woman. We only acting from what we see, and what we see is who we are apparently, right? But that's not what it is, man. We gotta think bigger. We gotta think broader. We gotta think on a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? If not for us, for our kids, kids. You know, We don't want them to keep coming up in this shit, man. We don't want them to keep relying on the first and the 15th and the food stamps coming, and this ain't no disrespect, but let's just be real. People gon' people gonna treat you how you treat yourself. Let's start there. People gonna treat you how you treat yourself. So if you call yourself a nigga and the female, you call yourself a bitch, a bad bitch, that's what they gonna treat you like. Cause that's what you displaying to the world. You get back what you give. The energy you give off to this world is what you gonna get back. So if you calling up somebody a nigga all day and a woman a bitch all day, that's eventually they gonna think they that. Eventually they just gonna get with the program and they just gonna settle. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is, man. Like the world ain't getting no more easier. Shit ain't getting less expensive. It's getting more expensive. And things is just coming to a point of like no return. If we gonna do it, we gotta do it now. Like whatever it's gonna take. Somebody gotta take that risk. Somebody gotta think out the box. Somebody gotta be fed up with the shit. Somebody gotta come up with a plan. But it's gonna take group economics. It's gonna take all of us trusting somebody's vision. Somebody gotta be the planner. Somebody gotta be the advisor. Somebody gotta be the accountant. Somebody gotta be the engineer. Somebody gotta be the mechanic. Everybody can't be the face. Everybody can't be on the camera. And I feel like that's a lot of our problem as well. We want the fame. We don't want the longevity. We don't want the generational wealth. How we moving, we just in it for the now. We just in it for the today. We got to be in it for the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying? We got to be in it for the next 30, 50, 100 years. That's how we got to be thinking right now. What's going to happen in the next 100 years? Are we going to be here? Are we going to have a say so in the economic climate that's going on today? Like, are we gonna have things that we can pass down to our offspring instead of just clothes and cars and things like that? I'm talking about businesses, deeds, assets, things that appreciate, not depreciate. And I don't got it all figured out as well, but I know those things for sure. I know we gotta have some type of unity in the community if we're gonna last, man. We can't just be mad and angry at the world and think everything gonna be get handed to us. Like, a lot of things we do deserve, a lot of things we do deserve. We shouldn't be having to fight some battles that we are still fighting. Yes, I agree. But at the same time, shit ain't just gonna come to somebody that's just dreaming, that's just sitting on their ass, that's just complacent. So that's how I feel, man. I feel like it's all within. It's all within us. Everything we need is all within us, but we don't want to trust ourselves. We want to trust everything outside ourselves before trusting everything within ourselves. That's already given, God given to us, from birth. These special talents, these special ways of thinking, these special abilities we have that we don't even know. Like most of our people don't meditate, you know. I'm not saying you have to meditate, but meditation, grounding, sun gazing, things that we did before, like when we trusted nature, when we was all about nature, when we lived off the land, we got so far away from that. And I don't know if we ever will go back. Some of us will because some of us see the bigger goal, the bigger picture, but most of us are so comfortable in we so complacent that we don't want to change. We don't want to learn. We don't want to go back to living off the land and things like that. So like all I'm saying is like what it's gonna take. We're gonna keep trusting these people with our lives. We're gonna keep trusting these people with our kids' lives. Like at some point we gotta stand up and put our foot down and say, either you with me or you ain't. We gotta have that Harriet Tubman spirit. We gotta have that Nat Turner spirit. We gotta have that Malcolm X spirit. We gotta have that Huey P. Newton spirit. We gotta have that spirit, that Muhammad Ali spirit. You know, all the greats before us spirit. That one scared to fail. That was gonna give it all. That was gonna risk it all. That was gonna risk their livelihood, risk their fame, risk their freedom for this shit. You know, your Martin Luther Kings, your Marcus Garveys, you know. So many people, so many of our forefathers that fought tooth and nail be turning over in their graves. They can see what we became. Everything they fought for was, you know, they'll probably feel like, was it worth it? Did I die for nothing? Did I die in vain? Cause y'all just going crazy nowadays. You feel me? It's no unity. It's no camaraderie. It's no togetherness. Everybody for one. Everybody for themselves. And I feel them because I was like that. You know, I still kind of am. You know, hard to trust a person. Hard to give people your all. Hard to, you know. I understand that. I definitely understand that. But we have to get like-minded people together to do bigger things because it's not about us. It's bigger than us. We got to realize it's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than our cities. It's bigger than our hoods. It's bigger than our blocks. And with that being said, man, I just wanted to get on here and let y'all know, man. Black history is 365. It's not just 28 days. Y'all gotta believe that in y'all heart and y'all spirit, man. Every day, Black history. Everything y'all doing is Black history. If you doing something for the betterment of our people, that's Black history. You feel me? We gotta celebrate all achievements, all accomplishments, whether small, big. You know, we gotta celebrate. We gotta help each other out. We gotta help the next man coming up that was in our shoes. We can't look down on them because they ain't on our level. They ain't where they need to be. We can't look down on the next man for trying. We can't look down on somebody for giving us game, giving us knowledge that we didn't know before. We can't look down on people trying to guide us in the right way. We can't look at them as lame. We can't look at them as strange. We can't look at them as weird. We gotta look at them as heroes. We gotta look at them as people that's brave, courageous, and that's fighting for the good fight, you know? Like it is what it is, man. We gotta come together, man. For real. All this, you know, we can disagree to agree. We gotta let egos go, man. We gotta quit thinking we better. We gotta quit thinking we got more than, you know, money don't mean you richer than the person. You be rich in spirit, you feel me? You be rich in your character. You be rich in your morals, on your values, on your principles, what you stand for, you feel me? Money don't mean you got it all. Material things can leave, money can leave, but your character won't leave. Your everything that's inside of you won't leave if you stand for something righteous. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. I wanted to come to y'all and just share this game, man. I want to just get off what's on my mind. Black History Month, Black Future Month. We need to just keep building and building, man, till we at where we at. But at the same time, we got such a fight to go. Like we can't stop. We can't think like, oh, we good. Nah, we straight. We ain't straight, to what I said earlier in this podcast. Like we ain't straight till we really, you know what I'm saying? We really working with something tangible till we really can call our own shots, you know? People always complaining about these systems, but guess what? They weren't made for us in the first place. They weren't created for us in the first place. So why complain? Exit. Don't don't conform. Stand your ground. Stand on your 10. Do things different. We got free will, y'all. We don't have to do the norm. We don't have to do the traditional way. There's so many ways nowadays to do things. Far as education, far as living off the land, far as eating healthier. Like we gotta do things a little different to get different results. You feel me? You gotta do something different to get different results. You can't do the same thing for 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years and expect a different change, a different outcome. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. You feel me? So with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Once again, like, share, comment on this video if you're watching live on Facebook or the rebroadcast on YouTube or you listening to the audio. Tap in with us, man. We coming hard all month, all year. You know, we just doing what we doing, man. You know. And I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all all for the love and support. And that's what it is, man. The next time, Black History Month, 365. It ain't no stop. Keep grinding, keep hustling. Stay in your lane. Keep that mindset. If you can think it, you can achieve it. If you believe you can achieve, man. It's that simple. I love y'all. Black History Month. Tap in, share this video. It is what it is. Much love. Think about the things I said. If y'all watching this, comment. Let's build. Let's keep it going. I love y'all. That's what it is. Gone.